Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. My apologies for the cars in the background. Moon in Taurus, Sun in Scorpio, right next to the nodes, and Venus, and Mercury. You may not be aware, or actually you are aware right now, but your destiny is unlocking. And when I say your destiny is unlocking, relevant relationships with people who you're perhaps meant to be with for the rest of your life, or at least for the next 10 to 25 years, 10 years referencing the nodal opposition that we'll have, and 20 years, the nodal return. It's unlocking. And not only is it unlocking, periods like this are very pivotal because you may not fully be understanding until now that the resistance or friction that may have blocked you from getting to know certain people or moving forward with certain projects or ideas was because you were trying to start a new chapter of a book during an old story. Some of you kind of interfaced in this narrative where you were introduced to characters that you're going to explore more with in future narratives, but may have been trying to force or initiate too soon certain connections. So you'll know what I'm saying, because by the time this moon transit is over, if not before, you'll now begin to see an eradication of those blockages that kept you and an idea or you and a person separate. It doesn't mean it's going to, in some cases, speed the progress of anything up. Maybe there's still going to be distance and factors that get in the way, but you're going to find that it's a lot realer, and more of the issues that may have kept you separate are that much more cut off, released, and unlocked. Now, what we want to take into account of this harvest is that Scorpio season is having you purify the energy you harness. Before I go into this, Moon in Taurus is demanding that you really own and claim your value. The individuality of your value is harnessed by Taurus before you go on stage in Leo and you deal with sponsors and the audience with Scorpio and Aquarius. This industry can destroy you, but what Taurus teaches you is the universe loves a stubborn heart. So for those of you who stand on the solid nature of your worth, you don't fall for everything, and you allow yourself the grounding to maintain strength of value and character in the face of projected energy towards you extremely, because your presence threatens others. So say it with me. I am worthy of everything I desire. Say it again. I am worthy of everything I desire. I am more than worthy of everything that is meant for me. Because we've now reached a crescendo point of your development to which now these passive aggressive, psychologically manipulative mind games that have been projected on you by the collective, by aspects of the collective. Yes, some of you are realizing you're being jumped by entire collectives. Let's look at the last 2 years. They're not working. These games on you are not working. And so it's segmenting away from a passive aggressive approach to a more aggressive approach that, since it's still not grounded in integrity, is weak as hell. Where you just being yourself blows it out of comparison. And this is where, with the Uranian opposition, this is the best part. We are now coming into the crescendo and climax of this whole change of power balance. Virgo season changed the way, with practical evidence and analytical insight, people in your society look at you due to you pulling receipts and results. We applied that change to Libra season, which, based on these actions, literally change the power balance. The way you talk to people is suddenly different. The way you deal with people is suddenly different. And now Scorpio season is transforming all of that. Now that the power balance is off. And so Uranus opposition is having you connect with people in a way you couldn't connect with before, because they saw you as a version of yourself that you weren't. You, because you're so awesome, broke through the illusions around you. That's what it meant to go through these Neptune transits. It didn't come without difficulty, and it didn't come without certain people not having to continue with you. Certain people may be jealous of where you have gotten at in your life. And the whole time you're wondering, damn, I thought you would be happy for me. Like, I'm here running this race with you. I didn't know you were envious the whole time. But other than that, what's really key here is in understanding your value and your worth. This is going to anchor the grounded quality to fuel naturally this harvest of this energy. So the new moon in Scorpio was a new cycle of transforming your understanding of how you harness the pure energy in your soul. Remember, you have a world within you. You are as a god because you create your own reality. This should fill you with excitement. Everything that you're going through in your life that you don't want to experience, you are only experiencing it because that's what you want to experience it. And when I say that, I mean you are choosing to react and respond to the experiences you have at all times. There's nothing that can make you feel anyway. You're the creator. So just knowing that Scorpio at this stage of the game, with Jupiter trining it in Pisces, leveling up your capacity to imagine and tap into your God self and authentic self, is putting you in a position to now transcend the vehicle with which you harness pure electrical energy from within your soul. And because of the South Node portal, many of y'all will be completing the understanding of drawing from extra dimensional energy sources outside of this realm in order to use your body, which is the whole purpose of the North Node Taurus continuum, to anchor through your physicality so that you can draw from this deep place within you. So you want to see the new moon in Scorpio to the first quarter square in Aquarius as literally digging tunnels in the underground so that it can surface from Aquarius to Taurus out in the open, and then we can now use this pipeline with the full moon to harvest the nuclear energy from within. You've struck oil, remember? And so now that you've struck oil, this moon in Taurus to moon in Leo is going to be you harvesting all this personal oil you've struck. You must feel this value. Now you have your own currency. Now you have corporations fighting over, and nations fighting over what kind of or how much oil they get to fuel their nation. Okay, you're making more radically independent, moon in Taurus, your stance in how you deal with other people. Sun in Scorpio. Taurus is what you have. Scorpio is how you take what you have to barter and deal with other people, so that you can come into more leverage, so that you can draw proper boundaries, because now it'll be harder for people to manipulate you or try and leverage you because you know your worth. But this is the thing. The level of faith you have to have in yourself is that to where these stupid idiots who feel like they can control people will threaten you, similar to somebody texting somebody talking about, oh, you could either do this or we'll hospitalize you and medicate you and you won't be able to chill with your kids. These are demonic people. These are demonic people. The thing with demonic people is they put on this mask that, oh, we're sorry, but you're starting to see their true faces and true colors be revealed. These are people who are destined to know defeat and burn in the lake of fire eternally. Before they hit you with rhetoric and politics, which is how you know they're full of shit, it's very important you embrace this, because this Scorpio season full moon is the legitimate turning point where we're going to see Jupiter get ready to retrograde, and everyone since 2012, where the North Node in Scorpio that you have seen, yourself included, struggling with this whole narrative of fighting against truth. Everyone, not just the people who you see on TV, they're coming into the counterattack. You too, you've been feeling it since the switch happened in Virgo season, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the greatest counterattack of all time, and you're going to see evidence of this in the midterm elections tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for because I can give a fuck less about the elections. I'm off politics. I had to talk about it 2020 because my North Node was in Gemini and I had to give coverage of my perspective. If I didn't, who else would? I'm over that now. That shit is dead to me. I really do hope whoever has their role to play there, because everyone has a role to play, that's cool, but I really do hope you read between the lines. The fact that they're doing this eclipse the fact that they're doing this election on a blood moon eclipse is very suspicious. And if you don't know, there's transmutation circles all around this nation that the Freemasons built even back since the Constitution was, then you may not really understand the frequency tools that they're also using to blah, 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 use your imagination, blah, okay? The most important thing about this is going to help you uplift out of the bullshit you're being inundated in these social media platforms, in TV. None of it matters. It is all the distraction. You create your reality. And so if you create your reality and they can create a fictional construct to give you the impression that certain things dictate and influence and govern what you're supposed to do, which is all an illusion, then you're giving your power away. This full moon is where you stop giving your power away, because the moon in Taurus harvest, oh my gosh, I have this fucking unlimited treasure. I have value, and I am now manifesting the completion of my transformation. And for some of you, a transformation state and form that can plug you in your part of this revolution. Okay? If you're watching what I'm saying and you're thinking, oh, is he on this side or that side? I only represent the truth. I'm on nobody's side. This isn't about picking sides. Everything that you're going through is about you securing independence from authority figures who are lying to you, so you give your power away to them. In any which way you identify how that applies in your life, this Scorpio transit is going to transform you out of it. And this is where the revolution is going to snapshot coming into Sagittarius. Because once we come out of Sagittarius, we see visually the evidence of the switch that happened in Virgo, and a lot of things are going to happen quick. A lot of people were used by God to be exposed so that they can expose. A lot of these people who you're seeing getting canceled, they're being used by God to expose the people at play, okay? And the reason why this is very, very, very important is this full moon is going to show you the unexpected counterattack assisted by the angels, not just the angels alike, the angels of God, so that you can play your part in this by what you decide with your actions. And the reason why this is going to be so amazing is individually, you are completely harvesting a fundamentally new and different completed way to harness supernatural energy through your own body to enhance your physiological and mental function. This is going to, coming into the moon in Leo, prepare you to now experiment and transform your entire reality in a way that helps fundamentally break you through, as with the North Nodal Uranian lunar conjunction, you understand the natural energy that ties your own physical functions process to charge electricity for your brain to run synapses, and connects you to the core understanding of the unique purity of your soul. In other words, there's a secret you're manifesting. We could just substitute that Scorpio as some kind of secret, bridging from feeling, Scorpio, feel. The reason why Cancer is the secret is because feeling is the secret. If you read Neville Goddard, feeling is Cancer. And that's what makes Scorpio the occult. So there's certain hidden aspects of your own being that will highlight how to practically harness this supernatural energy physically. Okay? Should you choose to accept this mission, you are going to understand the manifestation and completion of this transformation form. Should you choose to fully step into this transformation, you will be immediately redirected to play your part in this revolution. There's no turning back. if you're ready to kick ass and take names and be a part of history, you know what to do. Godspeed. Peace.